I grieve for my country. Instead of peace, order, and good government, we have chaos, disorder, and poor government. And while many democracies are under pressure, both from domestic and foreign forces, Canada has been particularly buffeted by an inability to respond. The pandemic has laid bare the state of our institutions, and they are weak and ineffective. For most of the last year, we did not have a Governor General because of scandal. 8 of the most senior members of the Canadian military were forced out in scandal. The former clerk of the Privy Council resigned in scandal. We have a military procurement system that cannot procure, and we have payroll systems that cannot pay. And we have a parliament that cannot do its job because the government defied 4 orders of this House and its committee for the production of documents. We have a debates commission that ran in the last 2 elections what is almost universally acclaimed as the 2 worst set of election debates since election debates were first held in this country in the 1968 election. The People's Republic of China interfered in the last federal election and spread disinformation through proxies, leading to the defeat of several candidates, and nothing has been done. We have some of the highest levels of household indebtedness in the world, and governments in this country are not far behind. Less than 2 years ago, some provinces in this federation had trouble raising cash on debt capital markets to pay police officers and nurses, and the federal government had to step in to bail them out. We have the 2nd worst healthcare system amongst leading economies of the OECD, according to the Commonwealth Fund. Greenhouse gases continue to rise each and every year that this government has been empowered, to a record high level in 2019, the last year for which we have data. And in the early months of this year, it looks like we will once again break through records with record high levels of emissions. We haven't met our NATO commitments in decades, and now Russia is about to invade a democracy in Eastern Europe. And now we have a national capital in paralysis, and the seizure of an international border crossing, the hallmark of a sovereign state. Mr. Speaker, we have gotten to this place because we have not been serious. We have not been serious about the rule of law. We have not been serious about ensuring our democratic institutions reflect the diversity of views in this country. We have not been serious about domestic policy. We have not been serious about foreign policy. Mr. Speaker, it's time we got serious.